Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley Showcase. Happy to be back. I've pretty much taken most of September off, at least from making videos. And I don't know why. I guess I was just feeling busy in other aspects of my life. And sometimes you just look at your hobby or look at your collection and just go, just not feeling it. And when I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it. This started as a passion project, just talking about these cars that I enjoy collecting. And my whole rule is if I'm not feeling it, I don't talk about them. I don't do it because I don't want to ever convey any lack of excitement. And so that means if I ever feel like I want to be out of the hobby, which I don't know if that time will come, but my rule is I'll get out of it and just shut down Lamley. But enough of that talk. If there's ever any question, by the way, if like, oh, Lamley just does what Mattel or Mini GT or whatever tells him to do, boy, that could not be further from the truth. I've built an audience because I talk about the stuff I like to talk about. I don't like to talk about stuff I don't like. It's usually about the cars that I like to collect. And those brands that I collect said, oh, we could send him stuff and he could show more to his big audience that he's accumulated. And that's the point. I will talk about it the way I want to. And nobody comes to me and says, you need to say this or you need to show this. They send the stuff. I do it when I feel like I'm excited about it. And I am again. So anyway, just in case there's ever any questions about that, hopefully my 3 weeks off, because I just wasn't feeling it, is enough of an answer. But this is a great way to get back into it. Mini GT. These 5 models were sent to me by them. I've said I love collecting Mini GT. It seems like they're dropping new product by the second. It's almost hard to keep up, but here's 5 examples, and I'm telling you, there's one we'll get to it. But 5 new cars that I think are either out or will be out. Now, first and foremost, these 3 up front are already open. They came in the blister packs that you see with Miho exclusives for us collectors here in the U.S. That's how you can get them. Buy them at your favorite hobby dealer via Miho exclusives, and so they have that special blister pack packaging. I already opened it up for the sake of the video, but you can see it here. That's what it looks like. And the cool thing is, if you like to collect them with the boxes like I do, because they're easier to store, these boxes do come with that kind of internal piece that you can actually hold the cars inside the box, so that's nice too. But let's get right to it. Let's start. Well, we're going to show these 3. I've brought some cars out that I like as well that I can compare and contrast with, and then let's get to these special edition Liberty Walks, which are insane. First one is the Toyota TRD 3000 GT. I think this is the second release of this one, of this special edition Supra. Silver was the first color. I think I saw yellow is coming out or is out, and this one is in white. Give me white. I have a thing for white cars. In fact, I brought out, just thinking like how I like this, I brought out this one because this is a white car that, there's just something, I don't care what brand I collect, when there's a white version, especially with dark rims in the case of this Porsche, I really dig it. And that's just something that I like seeing in the collection. So a white TRD 3000 GT, I'm all in. Super white is actually what it's called. Not much to talk about this. I really like this casting. This one created a lot of buzz when it was first announced by Mini GT and the silver one was released. I'll take the white one over the silver. I've got both, but I really dig this white version of the special edition Supra. And I'll put it together with that Porsche Taycan. Still can't say it right. Next one. I'm going to move, since we're already talking Toyotas, let's move over to this one. You know, Mini GT does a lot of stock cars. They do a lot of these kit cars, Pandem, Liberty Walk, that sort of thing. And then, of course, all the other really cool stuff they do, like the Kaido House stuff. Here's the Pandem Toyota GR Supra version 1.0. This is the Toyo Tires Drift from the D1 Grand Prix. The D1 shows up on the packaging as well, at least on the blister pack. We've gotten a lot of these special Pandem Supras. I'll just show it to you right here. And what have we had? Advan. We've had HKS, I think. I'm trying to think. There's been quite a few. This Toyo Tires version this is the kind of stuff that I really like, what brands like Mini GT, Tarmac Works, etc. will do, is they give these cars the absolute full treatment, front, back, side, top, bottom, whatever, wrapping around, and this Supra is super, super cool, for lack of a better term. Really digging the white rims, really digging the deco on this one. And again, if you're into these, if you're into these kind of drift cars or anything else, you know, like, great, you've got the replicas of these cars that you love. If you're not, it's just like, I'm not a real big drift guy, but when it's not, you've got something really cool to look at with just something different, right? All right, let's move these around. I think didn't bring out any other Supras to compare and contrast, but I got plenty of others. Let's get to this middle model. So when I first got this Audi RS6 Avant, didn't even notice the cool new accessory. There are two released so far, right? The first one was in red. I think they actually released together, red and blue, like the dark rims on the red with the black trim, and then there was the blue version, right? And I mean, the Audi RS6 Avant, I don't care what generation it is, I'm always going to be into the sport wagon, the Audi sport wagon. They always look good. And any new version, future version, I'm gonna get excited about, and I'm gonna collect. What I didn't realize until I looked at it more closely is that this one not only looks great in black, but it comes with the roof box. And we've seen this before. In fact, I told you I like white cars. Here's the Lamborghini Urus with the same, I think it's the same box. Kind of a generic style roof box, but it looks really, really good. Kind of dig the Urus. By the way, are you seeing more Uruses on the road? I am, and I'm digging it. That might be if I could pick a daily, that might be the one I'd pick. Is that boring or is that exciting? You guys can tell me. Nonetheless, I really dig these roof box models. I've wanted to see other brands do it. Mini GT is the one that has done it and done it really, really well. And this particular RS6 Avant is spectacular. Love it in black. Love the silver trim. I mean, there's already enough to talk about the casting, but when they add these little accessories to it, and I'd love to see more cars do this. I'd love to see, like, other brands do it as well. You know, it seems like if you could clip one onto the roof or something. I know there's safety issues, but, you know, what am I saying about other brands? Mini GT's doing it and doing it really, really well here, and hopefully more and more cars. They do more cars that can have this accessory, which I think is really cool. So this Audi, I think of all the 5 cars that were sent, of this particular group that Mini GT sent over, I'm going to put the Audi as my favorite. But that's only because I like those accessories, because these two models in the background are something special. I'm going to put the models out of the picture for a second and show you. In fact, I'm going to take all of this and put it out of the way and show you these two special edition Liberty Walk GTRs. Casting, I don't know if the casting is new. I can't totally tell. But these special, I think these have been limited to a certain number. And I don't know exactly if you're going to be able to get them through hobby dealers. But these two special Liberty Walks, it's all about the enhanced deco, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And the fact that these are unique pieces of art. These are built. So one is we'll talk, let's talk with this graffiti one first. This is the LB Works Nissan GTR Type 2. And notice that it's the Kuma graffiti. Notice the box, the packaging is different, and it's really, really cool. It's just you can look inside, it's just a blister. I already took the car out, obviously. But take a look at this car, and I'm just going to let it rotate for a while so you can get a sense of what is going on here. So they've done a lot of Liberty Walk cars. Maybe in between these two, I'll show you some of my favorites while we talk, but let's just get started on this Kuma graffiti version of the GTR. And you can see all around the car, and I would assume, like, you know, this was made for this car. This is a replica, obviously, of it. If you're going to do something like this, make it art. This is art. Pure art. And I just love that they're doing replicas like this. So, Liberty Walk in general, I mean, obviously, I think, you know, you could say that Mini GT kind of cut its teeth on Liberty Walk. They were releasing to start, Honda Civics and Liberty Walk GTRs. I pulled out a couple of favorites, like the John Player Special. You know, Liberty Walk gets super creative with their cars, and now I don't know because I don't stay up to date on all the Liberty Walk cars, so I don't know if like all of these are exact replicas of Liberty Walk special editions or special cars that they've done. They obviously like to do these theme cars. So there's the John Player edition. They did the Martini edition, which I thought was super cool as well. I think there's a number 46 BRE that I believe is in my collection. I forgot to pull that one out. Of course, they did Advan, which I don't care. You could put a Pinto in Advan Deco and people would be excited about it, including me, because it's just one of the best looking decos ever. That red trim in the front looks fantastic. Those are, I mean, there's quite a few of the Liberty Walk GTRs. I really like those three editions that they've done. I would pick those as my three. And of course, they've done a million other, you know, Liberty Walk cars like the Lamborghini Huracan. You know, the blue exhaust tips on these are really cool with these Liberty Walk kits. Here's another one of the Lamborghinis, one of the older ones that's become harder to get. That I got early on, and I really like the gold and black trim of this special edition Liberty Walk Lamborghini. And then of course there's the among many others, there was the BMW that I just think is super cool, and the BMW Racing. All right, while that's rotating, let's get to this other one. This is the purple metallic GT Nissan LB Silhouette Works GT Nissan 35 GT-RR. So different casting, but you'll see some really, really special things about this casting as well. If you remember the special holiday version of the Bentley that they did, I think it was last year, there was that special chroming process that they did with the deco that almost made it look like, well, not even made it look like, it made it look like metallic wrapping paper. Well, that same technique is being used here, and I'll try and kind of show you. You can kind of see as I rotate the car before I put it on the turntable that they have done that with the Liberty Walk graphics here on the side and on the hood. I'll just put it here, let the shadows and the sun kind of do their thing on this casting, which is unbelievably cool as well. You can see it's a different casting. I don't know how many Liberty Walk GTR castings they've now done, Mini GT, but this one is great. Love that chroming process on this one. Has almost a cartoonish feel to it, which I think is really cool. Both of these cars are works of art. You know, graffiti on one side, and then this GTR, this chrome GTR as well. And like I said, I don't know exactly if these are going to be available everywhere, but I know they're in limited numbers. So if you see it and it's available, snag it. There you go. Happy to be talking cool cars again with the Liberty Walk GTRs and these other Mini GT. Still love the Audi the most with the roof box on it. You guys tell me what you think. I want to know what your favorite is. So much Mini GT coming. The Kaido House stuff has been fantastic. So much buzz, so much excitement, and I'll be sure to show what I can as we go, because I am definitely collecting this brand. Thanks, everybody. Bye.